Right on that thing, yep. Okay, we got everybody on here. Oh, you all right? You all right?
I'm alright, is you alright?
George McDermott here, SecretJustice.com News, it's AB 101, also MarylandCourtWatch.com. Today is the 6th day or 7th day of,
Six.
huh?
Six.
February 6th.
February 6, 2011. Got Debbie, Doug, Sam, and Tom Armour. We're here back. We're not in Cecil County. We're down in Prince George's County in the offices of We the People Family Preservation, where we're going to be holding a rally at the United States Capitol, right there on the wall. See if we can get 20,000-30,000 people down there to represent, and for victims to tell their stories of how they've been abused by the court system. And Doug and Debbie came down today, and we've been talking about their options. You're going to court on Tuesday, right?
Correct.
Okay, they're going to court on Tuesday, and they've asked me if I would file 2 papers since I'm going to the court, United States District Court, Bankruptcy Court in Baltimore tomorrow. I've got this lovely letter here from Judge Alquist, and I'll be honest with you, Judge Alquist, I've never been happier to get a document in my life than this one. This is a Tom, you get up for a second? I just want to go up there and let people see what's going on. This is a document that I received by U.S. mail. Okay. There's Judge Alquist's signature. And look at this. See how beautiful denied on there? Well, the signature appears to be a computer-generated signature. So I'll be going to the court tomorrow to, with my press pass, trying to get an authenticated order. See, wasn't this very nice of the judge? They put denied on every document. See, just fabulous, Your Honor. You should be very proud of yourself and your staff for going to all this effort. And see, it goes on. All the documents that were put into the court record alleging fraud and asking for the court's help, document after document, all denied. And I'm going to use this for the United States Supreme Court even more. I love the denied. This is how courts of injustice operate in the state of Maryland and the United States. Fraud 101. All these documents were filed with the appropriate people who have a right, an obligation to help these people in the background. You're not helping them, you're trying to steal their property. So, but I just wanted the judge to know that I will be there. And you see, even on the back of it, there's my name and address. And they even copied this to Sharon Galloway with Maryland Court Watch News. So we will be down in the court tomorrow getting these documents into the record and see if they'll provide me with the actual electronic signature under the 2000 E-Sign Act of these documents, so Doug and Debbie will have it when they go into court on Tuesday. And I understand that you want me to file a notice to produce the document for Cecil County Bank to produce all the original documents in your loans, which they are fraudulently foreclosing on.
All of them.
All of them.
Especially the one where they made me sign on a loan that I wasn't involved in.
Yeah, I got, that's up on the web already. Your whole testimony's on the web at secretjustice.com. And then, that's original produced to note all the way around. And then, there's also a, notice of appeal in the RICO case, which it strikes me funny that the bankruptcy court, allegedly they told you that you couldn't bring up anything about the RICO conspiracy case,
Yes,
no matter what in the bankruptcy. If you brought it up, your attorney would be sanctioned.
correct.
Well, that's kind of harsh. And, because all these are about fraudulent documents. And while I was down in Annapolis, last Friday night, I had program 265. I hand delivered a request on behalf of these parties here, asking for more assistance because the Attorney General for the General Assembly sent me a letter saying that basically all the documents that I requested as far as the General Assembly granting the court's authority to issue unsigned, unverifiable orders and to act outside the Constitution, that with a diligent search of the resources of the Senate Judiciary Committee and its staff and the Maryland Attorney General, that they could find no such document. And like I said, that's on program 265 at secretjustice.com. And while I was there, they also said I needed to go to went to the Attorney General and got copies of his document that he sent me, because it didn't have any attachments, and I explained that there was no documents in there that were relevant. They just copied the motion that I filed with them. But Debbie, would you mind reading these two? This is the criminal statute. They took Article 27 of the Maryland Constitution and they rewrote it. It's now Maryland criminal law. And could you read these two statutes of what the meaning of a forged document is?
8-606, making false entries in public records and related crimes. University of Baltimore Law Forum. For note, recent development, Attorney Grievance Commission of Maryland versus Goodman, disbarment imposed in cases involving intentional dishonest conduct unless compelling extenuating circumstances. Mitigation against such sanction. See 35U Baltimore LF 2004. Quoted in Attorney Grievance Commission versus Gans, 377 Maryland 656 835A 2nd 548. 8-606.1. Forging, falsifying, or counterfeiting signatures of judge, court officer, or court employee. A. Prohibited. A person may not, number 1, forge, falsify, or counterfeit the signature of a judge, court order, court employee of the state, or number 2, use a document with a forged, false, or counterfeit signature of a judge, court officer, or other court employee of the state, knowing the signature to forged, false, or counterfeit. B. Penalty. A person who violates the sanction is guilty of a misdemeanor, and a conviction is subject to imprisonment not exceeding 5 years or a fine exceeding $10,000 or both. C. Signature of limitations and bank review. A person who violates the T section is subject to 5-106B of the Court's Article 2008 CHS 29 and 30. Counterfeiting a public seal, 8-607. A. Public seal defined in this section. Public seal means, number 1, the Great Seal of the state, number 2, the seal of any court of the state, or 3, any other court seal of the state. D. Prohibited. A person may not, number 1, counterfeit or use a public seal. 2, steal a public seal. 3, unlawfully and falsely or with evil intent affix a public seal to a the warrant or writing of.
Well, that says it all, folks. This is a new law. It's just enacted under the Maryland Constitution. And when you were looking on the internet here today, the orders of Judge Motz, were they signed?
Nothing was signed.
Nothing was
No.
signed.
The motion to dismiss, a motion to compel, nothing was signed.
Okay. And I personally think that even this order here from Judge Alquist, even though it has a seal on it, that seal the little dots,
That's not a signature.
that's not a signature, that's a computer generated signature that somebody in the court's office is purposely sent this fraudulent document to deceive you.
Yes.
And-
I don't think she ever read it.
I doubt very seriously whether she's ever read it or not. But the fact is her name is on it now. The fact is all the documents in here show that Cecil Bank has perpetrated a fraud on the court. How much are how just a ballpark in millions of dollars, what do you think your losses are?
It'll be around 4 million when it's all said and done, if I lose everything.
Okay, I know Sam's lost probably 2.5, 3 million. Doug, what do you think you've lost? I'm talking about attorney fees, everything involved. 10 million?
No, I wouldn't say 10 million,
Yeah,
but George, it's uncalculable, the damage to my career.
Right.
You will never know what these lies and what they've done, how damaged me. I will never know until it's all over. My future job prospects, I don't know what it's gonna do.
That's
So
what
I
I'm
can't
saying.
put a number on it
And
today.
nobody can put a number on it. Myself, personally, the court records will show that there are roughly 7,000 docket entries and over 110 court cases. My losses from 1995 to now are estimated between 35 and 40 million dollars. You know, and and then for the court for this stupid rule to say that the forging of a judge's signature, which could cost millions of dollars, is a misdemeanor offense, or the fact that the lawyers continually sign documents that they know are forgeries in order to foreclose on your property is a misdemeanor offense, is so outrageous and outlandish that
George,
we need to shut the courts down.
there's situations where notaries don't notarize documents, where there's no dates on documents, where people are given loans by the bank using other people's land as collateral. I want to ask anyone watching this video, who do you know has ever gotten a mortgage using your neighbor's house as collateral? Please answer that question, Judge Alquist. It doesn't matter what the other side's lawyers say. They can lie all they want. The documents prove the fact. But if you don't let me show you the documents, you will never know.
Well, that's
The
why,
documents are public record, and it's right there in the documents.
and that's why you need to produce the
Produce the
Yeah,
note.
produce the note.
Produce the wet
and
documents.
all across this country.
Don't alter the documents in the courthouse and then go back and expunge them when you're caught. That would lead one to believe that your initial act was fraudulent. Why would you go back and expunge the records
3
in the
years later.
courthouse and remove them years later unless your initial action was illegal? I don't understand.
Well,
I don't expunge my records. I got a speeding ticket 20 years ago. It's still on my record.
yeah,
But these people in the Cecil County Courthouse, through Ellis Rollins, Karen Kunda, William Riddle, Cecil Bank, and the judges, they expunge the records in the courthouse while they launder money, run illegal gambling enterprises out of the Alibi Inn owned by the state's attorneys. Why are these things overlooked when we do everything by the book and we are being accused and being ruined. Why do they get to continue to steal, to lie, and to launder money in Cecil County and nothing happens? Explain that to me.
Well, I think that, I applaud your coming forth and being on video and putting this up, and I'm authorizing you to take any video you want out of secretjustice.com, put it on YouTube, put it in as many places as you can, because the only way these judges, Judge Alquist and Judge Motz, who's trying to suppress the RICO fraud claims against Cecil Bank and the lawyers in the Cecil County injustice system, injustice for most system.
George, I would like to say, I'm willing to be, and I have been interviewed by the FBI, by the Department of Labor Licensing and Regulation, by the Maryland Comptroller in Annapolis. I have spoken, I have gone to the authorities. These people I name
IRS.
never have to open their mouth, because if they do open their mouth, they will be in trouble. I can handle the truth, George.
Amen.
It is what it is. I have documents to back this up. I have been running my mouth for 3 years. I have nothing to hide.
Nobody's
They
gonna
have
ask for
everything
documents.
to hide. And if I ever get to bring these documents out in court where one single judge doesn't make the decision, then people's eyes would be really opened up. But that's the thing. It will never come out in a court of law, as they are trying to squelch the truth. And the documents are public record. If anyone would just look at them, you would see the history of fraud within Cecil Bank, within the state's attorney's office in that courthouse, with the attorneys in the town of Cecilton, protecting the lawyers and the people that continue to fraud other people in that county. It's the same names, just recycled over and over again, sir. And in that courthouse, no justice can be had, because the attorneys are all in bed together with the bank, Cecil Bank, who holds the bonds for all these attorneys. It is a fact. And if you want to see documents, I'll put documents up there. But the documents are what they are. They do not lie. Those documents, why do they have to be expunged? Why are they removed from public record? My settlements, my actions aren't removed, sir. Their actions are being removed, because their actions are something they need to hide.
Well, and I understand if, we all need to get together and get the Maryland Attorney General and the U.S. Attorney under 9-103 and make up a charging document against
Lakes Point.
So that'll end it up for today. Once again, I invite everybody to come with us and join on March 24th, 25th, and 26th at the U.S. Capitol for a victims rally, a victims' rights rally. I invite you down to speak publicly about the travesty of justice that has happened between you and your family members. So, Tom, thank you for coming down. Debbie, Doug,
Thank you, sir.
Sam, thank you, and let's see if we all can network together and make change and bring forth justice in the state of Maryland. And I will be over U.S. District Courthouse tomorrow filing your papers for you.
Thank you.
God bless and have a good day. George McDermott signing off for MarylandCourtWatch.com and SecretJustice.com. From the land of the scam and the home of the fraud, Prince George's County, Maryland.